pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me.
It's week 1 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Browns and the Panthers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold was one of the big-time early season stories of last year, leading Carolina to a 3-0 start with some really good play. Only one win the rest of the way, however. Not quite the change of scenery boost the Panthers hoped for after getting him from the Jets. You have to think in his 5th season, he will need to play some of the best ball of his career to remain as a starter for Carolina.
Darnold looking to start with a pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. But he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They go with Chubb on second down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Watson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Panthers will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets it to Thomas. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Darnold. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. And he'll work down inside the 45. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. It's caught. Cooper. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle. It's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It's hard to believe with all of his production that Amari Cooper keeps changing teams, but no matter where he goes, he just continues to produce. 3 years in Oakland, traded. 3 years in Dallas, traded again, this time to the Cleveland Browns. And now with the Browns here, he produces a first down, coming up a career-best 8 touchdowns in 2021.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Watson's throw hauled in by Bell. And he is out of bounds. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Faking the give. Now Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And that hits the crossbar. It comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, target, that's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, Darnold. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Brandon Ayuk, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. Down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Watson now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And taken right at the 35. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, he'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The Browns drive about to get started. On first down, Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Despite missing 3 games, Nick Chubb still finished second in the league with over 1,200 rushing yards. It was his third 1,000-yard season, and he's never had fewer than 8 touchdowns in a year. Across the NFL, few backs are as easy to count on as Nick Chubb.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. Here's Watson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Watson. Quick slant complete to Njoku. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Now Watson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. There we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Blankenship's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first. And he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So Darnold and the Panthers now down by 10. 90 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Darnold. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Darnold to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Browns, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week.